This is a story time about how I got one of my beach club jobs in Zante. This story is literally so stupid and I can't believe it actually landed me a job. So this story takes place in 2020, which was my second season. In my first season, I worked in a nightclub. And when this second season came round, the nightclubs were shut because of COVID. It was only like front bar sitting areas and beach clubs that were open. So it's like about a week in and I hadn't found a job yet. And I ended up going to this workers event at a beach club. This beach club was new and it was so nice. And as soon as I walked in, I was like, I want to work here. Anyway, ended up getting really drunk. And then someone that I worked with in the nightclub the year before was working on the bar. His name was George. And George was working at the new beach club on the bar at this event. Now, this is where things all get a bit blurry and I don't know what happened, but I read the room completely wrong. Anyway, I went up to George and I asked him if the beach club was hiring because I'd like to get a job here. George is Greek, so I don't know what got lost in the language barrier or whether I was just drunk. But anyway, he told me to come in that night for a trial shift. So the night comes round and I come for the trial shift. And I'm telling everyone like, yeah, I'm here for my trial shift. I'm getting a few weird looks, but all of the staff were Greek and I thought nothing of it. And there was an event on, so I literally got there and I got straight into waitressing. There wasn't really many questions asked. And then at the end of the shift, the manager of the beach club was like, yeah, you've done really well. Like, we'd like to offer you a job. And I was like, get in. But then I get a text from George and he's like, why didn't you turn up for your trial shift? And I was like, what do you mean? I'm still here. I'll show you the text. Hold on. So look, he goes, what happened? And I was like, I'm still here. He was like, why didn't you come tonight? And I was like, I did. And he was like, where? Basically, long story short, I turned up to the wrong place for my trial shift. And I was like, why did no one question the fact that some random guy was just turned up to this beach club and been like, I've got a trial, when literally I didn't. When I asked all the staff at the beach club, like, why didn't you say anything? They were all just laughing. So anyway, if you're coming to Zante looking for a job, that's literally how easy it is. I'm not encouraging turn up to a random place and ask for a trial, but it worked for me.